While playing the violin, the left and the right hands are doing very different things. So I always recommend separating the hands for a few days or weeks while you're learning or refreshing the fundamentals. To play the left hand just by itself, we're going to use pizzicato. That's a fancy term for plucking the strings. So without the bow, with your right hand, make a backwards L shape with your thumb and index finger. Then place your thumb on the bottom corner of the fingerboard. And now you can use your index finger to pluck the strings. Now you can focus on exactly where your fingers need to go. Remember the three places where your left hand will touch the violin: the thumb, the side of the index finger, and the fingertip or pad of whichever finger you're placing. Remember, each of the fingers have a number associated with them. The index finger is the first finger, the middle finger is the second finger, the ring finger is the third finger, and the pinky is number 4. I'm going to give you some ear training tips to help you know where to place each finger. We're going to start off with what I call the basic finger pattern. That's where there's a space between 1 and 2, 2 and 3 are touching, and there's a space between 3 and 4. We're going to start off on the D string, but you can do this on any string. So first we're going to talk about where to place the first finger. And if you know the song Happy Birthday, you're going to be able to place your first finger in tune with no problems. So what I want you to do is get your pizzicato position ready and rest your index finger on the D string. I want you to pluck 2 open D strings followed by your first finger on the D string. And it should sound like the first little part of Happy Birthday. Do you hear how it sounds like Happy Birthday? If you play it and it sounds something like this, you know your first finger is not in the right place, so move it around until it gets closer. Try doing that on every string. And remember, you have to adjust your elbow on each string in order to keep the wrist straight. Now we're going to add the second finger, but we're always going to build up to that next finger. So now I want you to play this D string again, and we're going to play open first finger and second finger, and it's going to sound like do a deer. Right? Just try the do a deer part and try it on every string. Feel free to pause the video as we place each finger so that you can really get comfortable doing it on all the strings. Now let's talk about the third finger. Again, we're going to build up to the third finger with the first and second finger. And remember, the third finger is going to go right next to the second finger. It'll either sound like Tale as Old as Time, or it might sound like The Addams Family. Boom, boom. You can pick your song. But either way, open first finger, second finger, and then 3 right next to 2. The fourth finger is going to have another space after that third finger. So try building up, starting on that open string. And this will just kind of sound like a scale. The fourth finger can be quite a stretch, so feel free to move your thumb up to help you get that stretch. All right, practice all of those little songs on every single string.